Hey guys, Matt Tait from Fork in Road Coaching. Once again, walking along here on the beach, Surfers Paradise. Using a bit of sunshine. There's a soul building there. Anyone who knows Surfers Paradise. Beautiful spot. And I'm using this energy to help people. The good energy that's on the beach today, help people understand themselves when they're going through grief. And when you're going through grief, continuing on the grief resolution process. The first time I heard about that process was through Barry Neal and his hypnosis website. Fantastic resources. And so I thought, well, why not unpack that from an NLP perspective, being I'm an NLP trainer, I'm an NLP coach, master and practitioner, and I love to help people resolve different internal conflicts in their life. That's where I specialize. And so what I'm doing in this video is just a bit more of a piece. And I'm going to introduce, kind of as a layer on top of Barry Neal's philosophy and NLP technique of the grief resolution process. And I'm going to layer on top of that something that I've learned from the book Transforming Yourself, which is a book from Steve Andreas. And this is the visual perspective pattern. And so what he does in this visual perspective pattern is that you're going to have an emotional memory of the loved one perhaps in hospital. And this emotional memory, if it's firing off too much, what you can do is you can start to fire off a better emotional memory around the outside of it. And so it'll be an image in your mind's eye, and this image will be, they're in ICU. Well, you've probably already accessing that. If that's firing off, what you can do, you've seen your loved one perhaps for the last time, and that old memory, even 5 years later, is still there, strong, causing you all sorts of pain and suffering. So instead of that, I invite you to now conjure up at least 4 different images, different movies, different experiences, different memories that you've had with your loved one. These are memories that were your loved one, and you just had such a good time with them. And you bring up those memories and really associate into it, really just fully go into those good memories and build 4 of those memories. And so one by one, you can go through that yourself. All right, and write down what is 4 memories. What was this time at the beach and we had such a great time? This time on holiday with my dad or with my partner, with my mum or whoever it was. This time somewhere else. Just go into all those great memories of love, the things that you really value. It's really important to understand those memories and experience those memories. And what we're going to do is we're going to place them around the memory of the negative emotion. So, for example, your father's in ICU and you may not see them again, all right? And that's firing off negative feelings in your body. Or your mum's, passing away and everyone knows it, and she's, in her 80s and it's all over. And that's the memory that's firing off, and it's a movie or whatever it is. Take the image of that, put it in the center of the screen of your mind's eye, closing your eyes, and all you do in the visual perspective pattern is you then put 4 images around it of the 4 different memories. Or it could be 100 memories, right? But we'll start with 4. And what we want to do, you already are associating into the negative memory. What we want to do is associate into the positive memories. So there's a whole process where you will build an image. You might already have 4 memories. Create an image for each one that represents that movie. And you've already got your negative image because that's what we're trying to resolve, right? And at least be able to cope. And so your mind being such a negative miser, we want to make sure your mind is on board with having at least 4 positive memories to counter the 1. So pick 4 really popular, positive memories in your life. Go to those 4 really positive memories, elicit them, look at the movie, jump into it, have the good feelings. And then I invite you to bring the image of all 4 of them into like a screen. Imagine your mind's eye is like a movie screen, and you can have 4 images all next to each other. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. And those 4 images are your 4 memories. And those 4 images that are your 4 memories Then place in the middle of those, have those good feelings, acknowledge those good feelings, and then put the image in the middle, really small, the image in the middle of the negative one, which is the ICU, it's the loved one in the hospital, whatever it might be. Put them right in the middle, and I invite you to soup up the positive ones until the negative one just neutralizes. And this way you're remembering the good memories, right? So I'm mixing the perspective pattern from Steve Andreas, and I'm mixing it with the grief resolution process here. And then imagine those feelings, feel them, feel the positive feelings of all those good times. And if you need to, add more memories around the picture. And you may even amass using self-concept. You might even use self-concept in a way where you go to all of the good memories of the loved one and surround those good memories around the outside of that negative movie. Shrink down the negative movie until it just becomes neutral. Just all those great memories. And this is a way of getting your brain to focus. Focus on something that's better. Focus on the family member and all the good times that you have here close in your heart, that you take with you forever. And this is using a perspective pattern. There's a lot of tools in NLP you can use, but I love that book, Transforming Yourself. If you want to go and learn it, go and read the book. I've done 20 odd videos on the Transforming Yourself book and the self-concept model. I use it with my coaching clients. I use it to help people resolve their grief. I use it to help people move forward in a range of different other ways. But this is a video about grief, so use the perspective pattern. Get 4 positive images of your loved one that you're grieving for and surround them around the one negative image. It could be at the funeral. It could be in the ICU, whatever it is. And develop the feelings of the 4 positive around the negative, just to neutralize and get you back to homeostasis, or that level place. I hope this serves somebody today. Use the perspective pattern using the visual. You can also use the kinesthetic perspective pattern if you're more of a feeling person, where you can get the 4 feelings that you've got and put them around the one feeling of your loved one. And then of course there's the auditory. If you're a really auditory person, not as many people in the population that are focused on sound, but some people really are. So there might be 4 things your loved one said that were really positive, and 1 thing that was really negative. I'm already seeing the auditory could be used to overcome if there's a voice ringing in your head that's really negative. So the perspective pattern, add 4 positives to the 1 negative, and you can neutralize those negative feelings, get them back to a place that you can handle. I hope that serves you today. This is Matthew Tait from Fork and Road Coaching, and as always, like and subscribe to the channel to get these videos on a regular basis. And I'd love to see any comments you've got on how this has served you to handle your negative images, your negative pictures, your negative sounds like things that people said, your negative feelings in the body, feelings in your soul.